They were still having sex when I hit the guy in the back of the head. She screamed out, but after I hit her a couple times, she stopped moving.
Eventually it got to the point where I stopped flinching. Didn't even try to avoid it, and he seemed to understand. I just accepted it. They were hitting me.
Eventually I stopped hitting them and tied them both to the bed.
I took the rest of the day off. I went home.
And then last night
and I went downstairs.
And I didn't feel anything.
And I went outside.
And I didn't fall down.
And I went to the garage.
That week, I had some time to think. To really think about what had happened those past 3 months at the school. And I made some decisions about those damn 10-year-olds. If you can't even teach them to be human, then what good are they?
It's all kind of a blur still.
The garage is where we kept the gasoline.
And then it was clear and really...
It was so simple.
And it seemed so simple. And I looked down, and he was on the ground, and there was blood. And I kept bringing my boot down on his neck and his face. And I remember thinking that this shouldn't be happening, but not having any control over it. Eventually it got to the point where I didn't even recognize him anymore. My boots were just covered in blood.
The healthiest snack in the world.
I always carry a lighter.
And I could hear my breathing and feel my heart slamming in my chest, tears on my face, wet and sticky, but I still didn't stop.
I passed them out and said, "Now it's important for you all to stay healthy, but I know not all of you like to eat apples, so here's a deal for you. Whoever finishes their apple first gets an extra 20 minutes at recess."
It all happened so quickly.
It all happened so quickly. They started tearing into their apples, and I have to admit it was exciting.
Exciting and horrifying all at once. It was
a rush of flames up the side of the building, faster than I would have imagined.
I didn't expect them to act with so much enthusiasm over just an extra 20 minutes at recess. I thought somehow it would be harder.
I finally stopped.
I might have used too much poison.
I'm sure they woke up at some point.
If I had known they'd act so ferociously, I probably would have eased off a little.
I was covered in blood.
I would like to think...
I like to think they woke up right in the middle of it.
You never think of yourself as...
But that might be too generous, really.
When it was over, I didn't really know what to do. I took off my boots. I didn't want to be in them anymore. And he was laying there, kind of moving some. So I took off my clothes and I put them in the washing machine.
It took about 10 minutes before the first one started convulsing.
Then I went into the bathroom and...
It happened pretty quickly after that. I wouldn't let them leave. I wouldn't let them go to the bathroom. I told them to stay in their seats. And for the first time...
After a few minutes...
I don't know if it was because they were scared or disoriented or shocked, but they did as they were told. I sat in
I watched the fire. It stood really close to it. I watched it for a while. When the roof caved in, this huge billow of smoke was released all at once.
Then I walked back into the room
again. Dark smoke. And I had to move back a good bit because I was coughing so much. I wasn't really thinking, but I got my car to drive away, and I couldn't make myself leave. I needed to watch the fire. I watched it for as long as I could.
There was only one or two left mildly conscious.
When I heard the sirens coming from the fire trucks, then I drove away.
And asked for an ambulance. Felt like I could hear the sirens for hours before anyone actually got there. They told me there was a huge fire a few blocks down. That those were the sirens. And they were sorry it took so long for the ambulance. I told them I came home from drinks with friends and found them like that.
I don't even read the newspapers or listen to the news anymore because of the ridiculous things people are saying about me.
There's going to be an investigation. I suppose that makes sense.
Saying I hate children. It's amazing what people will believe.
I didn't really try to cover anything up. I wasn't thinking that way, I guess. I wasn't thinking at all.
I don't know what I'll do when he wakes up. Are you going to tell people what happened? What I did to him?
But I'm still sure they deserved it.
Those weren't kids, though. They were something else.
But the doctors, due to the extent of his injuries, they don't think he'll wake up.
I just wish I could describe this fire to you. It was...
It doesn't matter anymore. No harm done.
But the thing I remember the most.
Bright.
Apple, crush,